Hello everyone, I'm Par, and this is the beginning of my first ever series on YouTube. We're gonna play C-Block, and let's go right into the list of mods. So, in case you don't know, C-Block is a mod pack that is based on Angels and Bob's mods with like some changes. The most notable being that you're starting on an island. So what we are using standard C-Block pack with a couple of extra mods. So To-Do List is extra mod, Angels Industries is another mod that I added. It's not present by default in C-Block pack, and I heard it changes nuclear processes, so I guess we'll give it a try. What else I added? I added Bottleneck Bottleneck Light to be able to see which assemblers us liking. We'll be playing with Brave New World that removes the character and gives robots from the very beginning of the game, with the caveat that you do have robots, but you don't have a lot of Roboports and provider and requester chests. So early game is a bit slow, but then you can very early in the game, relatively early in the game, use logistics if you wanted. Circuit processing is part of C-Block mod pack. Yeah, we'll be using FNAI and Helmut just to make it easier. Especially Helmut. I think it will be useful for me trying to explain what I have in mind in production chains, and also so that I don't forget. I really like Loader Redux mod for loaders. We'll try using them if... yeah, we'll probably use them. They fit nicely in a lot of designs that we'll have LTN. I haven't decided yet how exactly train network is gonna look like, but we are gonna be using trains. Because I like trains, and even though it's C-Block, even though we have robots, I want trains to be like the backbone of my transportation system. This is another interesting mod. So it's an extra mod that I added, which essentially causes power poles to explode if they transmit too much power. This should hopefully make power management a little bit interesting. We'll see how it goes. I'm keeping the settings of this mod on default. It should be really, like, I hope it will be interesting. I've never played with Power Overload before. Oh, let's put it like this, I never finished the game with Power Overload. Senko Sticker is part of C-Block. And I'm also gonna be using Time Tools mod. This is essentially like first time I'm using it. I will be using it to control game speed. Okay, let's get back. Let's take a look at mod settings now. So, all the settings are on defaults. This is just UI change, it doesn't matter. This one, another UI. Change by default, it's small, I change it to medium. And we will use extended technology multipliers, which are the largest, the hardest, I guess. You can see them in the description here. I'm not gonna read it out. Basically, our Infinite Science should be 25 times more expensive. I have finished C-Block once in Factorio version 0.17, but I used it, I did it on default settings, default cost multipliers, etc., etc. I also want to ramp up SpaceX costs to the maximum, so it's 16, 16, and 25. We'll see how it goes. I also made a couple of tweaks, so this mod has a setting to always allow a day, which I feel will not be quite fair, because if you have the setting on, you don't really need accumulators that much. You can just put a bunch of solar panels and it will be working pretty nicely. So I'm not gonna turn it on, so I disabled this thing. And another thing is it allows to speed up the game, but I don't want to I guess abuse this mod too much and speed the game up too much, especially in the early game, just to keep it a little bit more interesting. So, and also to avoid like lots of blinking and movement on the screen. I think it's a bit distracting. So we'll have a limit on like at most 8 times the speed, and let me tell you, I'm gonna be using it whenever I can. Because that's about it for the mods. For the rules of this playthrough, I am not gonna be using any imported blueprints. So all blueprints in the game will be designed kind of on screen, and it will be recorded, so you will see everything. Yeah, this is standard C-block settings. I will say that we will have research queue on always, and I'm really not sure about this one. Let's try to play it with 5 times multiplier. So it means we'll have our research will cost in the early stages of the game it will be 5 times. On tier 2 it will be 20 times. On tier 3 30 times, and high science will be 100 times. I don't know whether that's a good idea or not. I guess if I have too much difficulties with this setting, I will change it to normal. So high science costs will go from 100 to 30. But I'll try not to do it. We'll probably not do that. We'll see how it goes. Right. We got this one. Preview. We need to randomize the starting area. So what I'm looking at here, I played C-block early game multiple times, so I kinda know. I think I know what's supposed to be going on there and how to go about it. What I tend to do in the beginning is to build the base kind of in the south direction, I guess in the southwest direction. So I want to find a map that doesn't have a lot of biters in here. This is not that bad, but let's see whether we can get a better one. I feel like this map is awesome. Let's go. And first thing we'll do, we'll check the biters. And there are no biters here. That's great. What about the other side? Only some biters over there. You know, this seed is great. Let's do this. So, normally in C-block, okay, round color. First things first. First of all, we need to set our color purple, even though we don't have player character. We still have my name on the map, and we still have the color here. So I gotta make it correct. So So here we are starting on an island, and normally in C block you start with a rock that contains a bunch of materials. Basically, these materials. But we are playing with Brave New World, and that mod, as I said earlier, it replaces our character with robots. We do have some robots. You can see them working, doing stuff. So we do have some robots. Let's speed this up by 2, at least. I don't think I will ever change the game speed to something lower than 2, to be honest. Okay, let's find where is the... I cannot find wind turbines. Here they are. Yeah, robots are recharging, or trying to, you know. Okay, we'll place it like this. This one should go here. Okay, let's do this. So we placed a bunch of wind turbines, and now we need to copy paste this part. I guess let's copy paste it again. Nice. So we have electricity right now. What do we need to do next? Next, we need to research automation. This is going to be very important because we'll need lots of assemblers. We cannot really make anything without the assemblers because we don't have character. We cannot, you know, we cannot handcraft stuff. Okay, let's make it a bit faster. Nice. One thing to note here. Note that we have 2 completely... Wait. Right. I was trying to click on a power pole and I didn't understand what's going on. Like, I couldn't click on it, but it was because I had a bunch of landfill selected and I didn't really notice it. I didn't kind of pay attention to this light blue rectangle. So one thing of note is that we have 2 separate networks right now, right? This with wind turbines and this is without. So power poles of different types don't connect automatically because of the power overload mode. So this one, small electric poles, have a maximum power consumption of 20 megawatts, and this one's of 100 megawatts. So we will want to upgrade to this ones as soon as possible, but it will not be like it will take some time. And another thing, we need to connect these 2 power poles, but to do that we need copper cable, and to get copper cable we need to get some copper. So that's one of the things that we'll be working on now, getting copper cable. I'm not fully sure how I should do it. Let's do it. I guess like this, maybe. So we want to have a liquefier here. And no, not here. I guess here. We want to have a crusher. I guess crusher would have to be here. We'll crush stuff. We will give it to liquefier. And okay, let's start this. So, how this is gonna work? We don't really have any ore patches, so we need to extract, you know, we need to produce some ores. And the way we are gonna do it is by using crystallizers. We'll be crystallizing the ores from the water. In this case, from mineralized water. To get it, we need mineralized water, right? Which we get by combining crushed stone with water. Crushed stone is crushed from slag. Water comes from the ocean around, and the slag is produced by electrolyzing the water. And we have a couple of side products, right? Oxygen and hydrogen. If we don't do anything with them, this whole thing is gonna get stuck. Actually, before we proceed, do we have more of this? Okay, we have 3, so let's use them. Let's place one here, one here, one here. This should do it. Okay, what do we do here? Nice. Maybe. Okay, now it should definitely work. So, if you don't do anything, these materials will prevent slag from being processed, like these gases. So we need to do something about that, and we will be just voiding them. So in Angels Bobs, Modpack and in C-Block, there is a way to just get rid of all your gases, and that's exactly what we need. Can we get rid of? Nice, we saved one power pole. So this way everything should work except this part, because we need some fuel for the crusher. Which fuel we'll be using? We don't really have much choice. Let's see. What do we have? We don't have any fuel here. And we have 50 wood pellets there. So let's request wood pellets. So, a little bit. Okay, we got our wood pellets. Actually, what I'd like to do, I'd like to change this part a little bit, I think. Can I move it to the side? No, I cannot. Okay, let's try to do it like this. Let's move all of this. What I want to do in Brave New World. In Brave New World, sometimes your robots will end up like either on the ground or in the chest somewhere, and it's a good idea to place them back into the robopod so that we have 50 logistics and 100 construction robots. Like, this is a pretty huge limiting factor in the beginning, because it limits like the speed with which you can build, with which you can landfill, that you have only 100 robots for landfill. So what I like to do, I like saying, give me all robots are going here, and then we will... Alright. We cannot place inserter right into the Robopod, so we'll just wait. No. We'll wait a bit. Once we get the tech, it's gonna work just fine. Okay, now. What do we do now? Now we need, like, we are getting both Sapphirite and Stereotypes, right? So what I want to do, I want to crush them and then smelt them. This way we should get the plates. However, we'll have kind of byproduct. We'll have a bunch of crushed stone, and this crushed stone will be used. It will be used to give us some landfill, because we need a lot of landfill in this mod pack. Nice, we got this thing. This is just the way, you know, as I always start the block. So we'll play it like this. We need some chests. How can we get more chests? Do we even have chests? Okay, I guess that's time. This is the time to produce something. Let's for now just place them in bottom. So first of all, I need a bunch of iron chests. So let's make them. Okay, awesome. We are getting our iron chests. Now, how should we go about this spot? Okay, nice. I like this. The problem is that here is that we need fuel to power both of these things, both the furnace and the crusher. Alright, let's stop. This, that will do. So let's ask for some wood pellets, right? That's our main fuel. So we'll get some wood pellets. Actually, let me split them a little bit apart. Nice! It's working. Well, it's like almost working, you know. When I say it's working, I mean that it's almost there. Not quite there. Okay, now check this out. We have iron plates and we have copper plates. First of all, let's produce some copper wire. I really need to connect these two things together. Okay, awesome. That's enough. Actually, that's the funny part. Well, not exactly funny, but we can get copper cable in our inventory, and we cannot do this for like other types of items. So we can have blueprints in the inventory, copper cable. I'm not sure about tin cable. We can definitely have like red and green wires to do, you know, our circuit stuff. So I want to connect those. Let's connect them here, and like for simplicity, let's connect them there. And actually, now that we did this, we don't really need that power pole, I think. Yeah, we still have a full network. Everything's connected. Nice. And we are out of inserters, it seems. Let's build some inserters. So now, what should we do now? Now our goal is to produce some science and okay, we are missing some materials. We need to get gears. Let's produce some gears. So in C block there is like one mod, sign cost quicker, I think. I don't remember which one, but it changes the sign so that in order to get like red, green, etc. sign specs, you need to produce like very specific sign specific components, and you cannot just build signs out of your inserters, which I really like. I think it's a very good idea. I always felt it's a bit strange, like the way this works in the base game. Well, in base game I guess it's understandable, because like in vanilla game, it's supposed to incentivize you, I guess, automation of your signs and automation of your like other things. Okay, we have a bunch of inserters. Now we need to build assembly machines, but we cannot do it. Oh no, we cannot build assembly machines because completely forgot. But that's the research we are trying to get, right? We are trying to get automation science. Where is it? Where is the labs? Okay, here are the labs. Let's do it like this, like this, like this. Got a limited. We don't want to have too much science, I guess. Okay, this will be electromagnet core, and this will be electromagnet coils. And we'll build some science here. And that's it. This is our first base. Let me zoom in a little bit. So let's observe how it's working. Right. I need to place inserters in the right direction. Okay, we got our first science, which is called sacrificial electromagnet, whatever. It will always be a red science for me. Red pack, red science bottle. Yeah, that's it. Let's speed this up a little bit, because I'm not planning on and this is the maximum speed. Yes, that's our maximum speed. Also, we researched automation science. Next, we'll want to have some washing in order to produce sulfur. But we will work on that in the next episode. Let's save the game. It's called episode 1. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Cheers!